Hello, my morning and everyone. My name is Kiraldo Tegar Sancaka and my student number is 1907100076. And in this video, I would like to present about my final assignment. This is topic that I get. Creating an epic game that will solve the problem faced by children in your community. Start by starting the problem that your community faces, and then create a game that helps solve the existing problem. Explain the steps and steps that the player should play and how the steps and steps help them solve the problem. How can the player it's the epic game? How can your game change the world to become better? Explain and give clear examples. People who help me, I don't know if this can be said as help or not, but I got the inspiration of creating this game from my childhood experience. I played card long time ago with my parents and my brother, and from that memory, I think that it will be very interesting idea to develop that old card game by giving some modification rules and a little change. Some people may know this game from their childhood too, the others may not. But I said before, I made some modification of some rules in this game, so it will be a little different and more interesting to play. I will explain it later in this presentation. Nowadays, we can see many children spend their time by playing games from computer, TV, and even from mobile phone or tablet. For some people, it is not a problem because those children are enjoying their time without any complaint. Some parents even use this game to distract their children when they are not in good mood to accompany their children spend their days. This kind of action should not be done. We, as the older generation, should teach and give the best for the young people. If we see it closely, we can find that playing digital game too much can bring many negative effects for the children. We need to understand that children are supposed to be active. We, as the older generation, should not let them play with gadget or computer at home all day. It will not good for their health. Some children will need to use glasses if they stare at TV or phone or tablet screen for too long. It is also not good for their body because if they only do their activity by sitting all day, they need other activities. And also, we have to teach them to socialize with the other children and even the other people with the older age. With this problem, I said before, we need to find the other game, but needs to be attractive game. And the game has to make player active. I will explain the game with some example that I have prepared before. The game is the cards memory. This game is simple but is fun to play. Sometimes it will get hard to finish the game with good score. The point is we will use several pairs of cards as the object in this game. A pair of cards means two cards with the same number. I will give you some examples. This is a pair of jack with black color. This is a pair of four with red color. And this is pair of three with red color. After we understand the meaning of pair of card, I will the explain of this basic of this game. So the main basic is that we will use several pairs of card. The number of card can be increased according to difficulty of this game that we want. And we will lay down all the cards, the challenge of this game to find many pairs of cards as possible. Next, I will explain how to play card memory games. We can play it alone or single player, and we can play it with several friends, or we call it multiplayer. Firstly, I will explain how to play single player. We will use several pairs of cards in this game. For starter player, it is recommended to use 4 or 5 pair of cards. Firstly, we will put all the cards on the table with facing down position. It means that the player cannot to see card. We will put all cards facing up on the table. After that, the player can open all of the card and get 10 seconds to memorize all of this card. After 10 seconds, all the card will be flipped again and the player has to open the card one by one, but the player needs to find each pair of cards every single time. If we fail to find the pair of each card, the game is over. Player will only get the pair of cards that he collected previously. To make it clearly, I will show you the example of playing single player with this video. In this video, we can see that the player shuffle the card first to make it random. After the shuffle, he put all the card on the table facing down, and then he will open all of the cards, and then he get 10 seconds to memorize the position of all the card on the table. Then all card will be flipped back again, so he will not be able to see the card again. And the game is started. He will open the cards one by one. If he get the pair, he will win a pair of cards and continues to collect other pairs of cards. He will get his first pair of cards, and he get the other pairs of cards, and now he doesn't get another pair of cards. So the game is over. He only gets 2 pair of cards in this game. So that is how to play single player of card memory game. We need to collect as many as possible to be more satisfied. Next, I will explain about the multiplayer mode on this game. Multiplayer, just like the single player, first step is to spread all the cards flip facing down to the table, and then you decide which player will take the first turn, and then the other follow. The first player will be given opportunity to open 2 cards. If the player get a pair of cards, that player can keep the card, and it means that the player get 1 pair of cards as their mark. Player which get a pair of cards will get other chance to open 2 more cards. If the player gets another pair, he will keep continues to open another card until he fails to get more pair of cards. Then the turn will change to other player. If the same rules, the game will keep continue until the last pair of cards open. And in the end of the game, we just continue need to count which player gets the most pair of cards, and the player is the winner of the game. I will show you the video of 2 players playing the cards memory game. Just like single player mode, firstly we need to shuffle the cards to make it random. After that, we put all the cards facing down on the table. Make sure to make the arrangement of the card nice so we play it easily. The player on the left, his first turn, he doesn't get a pair of cards, so the cards are returned to the position, and the second player will get the turn. The second player doesn't get the pair either, So the card are returned again and the first player get turn again. Now he doesn't get the pair, so it will be the turn of second player again. And the second player fail against, and finally the first player gets his first pair because he get a pair. He has continued to play again, but he fails to get another pairs, and the second player get the turn. Now the second player get the pair of card, and he continue to open another card, but he fail. And the first player get another pair and continue his game. He get another pair, so he still get his chance to open another cards again. And lucky he gets another pair again, and it is clear that he gets all the pair left on the table. The game is over. The player on the left is the winner because he gets 5 pairs of cards, and the player on the right only get a pair of the cards. And those are the explanation of the game. We can play this game individually by using timer. The difficulty of the game will depend on the time and the number of cards. If we play it with friends, the difficulty of the game will depend on the skill of our friends and the number of cards, because we need to collect more pair of cards more than our friends collect with the same chance of getting pair of cards. And how the game can change the world? The main aim of playing this game is to help children reduce their time playing video games. We can distract them from the video games by asking them to play with us with real things in this world. As I said before, there are too many negative effects if we let children play video games for too long. For parents, or if we have younger siblings, we can use the card memory game as media to communicate with the children. Yes, we can accompany them to play video games with the same media as gadget, computer or television. But if we play card memory with real cards, we can communicate with them and we can express our love and get more satisfaction. And then this game is suitable for many people with different age range, but it is very efficient for kids. Maybe it also suitable for teenagers and adults. But as we know, there are many games with more cards that we use, but it will give you more difficulty, not complexity. Just reminder, maybe we can find another game like card memory on digital games such as mobile games or computer games. However, I personally do not recommend it to play this game on gadget on or computer. I recommend it to play this game with the real cards. Why? Because the sensation of flipping the card, collect and touching the card are very important. Once you try to play with your friend, you will understand what I mean. That's all my presentation. Thank you for your attention.